and their parents.
We're in Westwood tonight as we have softball action again on our production of Fuller Digital Solutions. We have great sponsors this evening, including our pregame show sponsor, Gordon's Body Shop. The scoreboard sponsors, United Bank of Iowa, and our OABCIG sponsors are North Star Community Credit Union, Beckman Motors, the Hoffman Agency, Holstein Senior Living, Zimmy's, Schmidt Insurance, Rex Chevrolet, and Swanson Insurance and Real Estate. A big thank you for joining us tonight, as we'll keep you posted on the baseball game as well once that gets started. Both teams are getting through their pregame orientations here. A senior night for the Westwood Sloan squad, and 4 seniors on that team were getting recognized beforehand. The starting lineups tonight for your OABCIG Falcons. They're going to go Anna Winterroad to start things off. She'll bat first here in the top of the inning as they're on the road. She's out in center field, a 300 hitter. Abby Bender batting second, hitting 444. She'll be the shortstop tonight. Hallie Heemer is the pitcher, hitting 286 in the 3-hole. Elle Schroeder is a 250 hitter, batting fourth, playing out in left field. Ryder Cranston is a 263 hitter, batting fifth. She's going to be at second base. The first baseman is Grayson Hofling. She's hitting 200 on the season. Then in the 7-hole, it's Corin Bauer. She is the third baseman, hitting 227. Haley Dearson is hitting 050, and she'll be batting eighth, playing catcher. Alex Schroeder is looking for her first hit on the year. She'll be DHing. And playing in the field tonight will be Bella Rash, and she'll be in right field. Pitcher I mentioned is Hallie Heemer. She is 2-2 on the season, has pitched 41.2 innings, has faced 211 hitters, struck out 38, walked 31, has allowed 61 hits, and opponents are batting 227 against her. She has a 4.03 ERA. The starting lineup for Westwood will be Elisa Davis leading things off. She is going to be the catcher tonight. Then Shelby Skinner is the second baseman. Holly Holtz will be the pitcher tonight. She's batting third. Samantha Thompson is going to be the first baseman, batting fourth. The designated player is Jaden Ferris, and she is batting in the 5-hole. The 6th hitter is Katie Crawford, and she's going to be the shortstop tonight. Ariana DeRoyne is the third baseman, batting in the 7th position. Batting 8th is J.C. McCluskey, and she'll be out in left field. Emma Shook is going to be the right fielder, and she bats 9th tonight. Ella Horna is going to be the player in the field, and she will be out in center. I mentioned this game is a production of Fuller Digital Solutions. My name is Michael Earl, joining you again for one of few remaining baseball and softball games. I think we got a couple of baseball games yet before the end of the season, one more softball game. So 4 broadcasts left after this one, and then we're going to see about the playoffs. We'll announce that schedule coming up. Of course, if you want to know what games we do have coming up, just subscribe to that channel you're on right now with Fuller Digital Solutions, and you can encourage your friends and family to do so as well. You can catch that channel anywhere you get a cell phone signal and have the YouTube app downloaded. So a great way to keep up to date on OABCIG sports. I was speaking with our people over at the Fuller Digital Solutions Network, and they basically are looking at doing almost all the football games, and we're hoping to even include 2 to 3 volleyball games in the upcoming season. After that, we're going to roll into basketball. We're going to see about getting some wrestling in as well, and that'll wrap up our production. There is some talk about possibly doing some track and field, although we have not figured out a way logistically to pull that off as of yet. So again, we're going to go football. We're going to try to get every one of those football games. Then we're going to go into about 2 or 3 volleyball games, and we'll roll along with that. We're going to have the national anthem here, and then we will start off our broadcast with the OABCIG squad at the record of 2-5, playing Westwood with a record of 6-6. Our national anthem is up next.
We ask that everyone please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
So we'll get ready for the top of the first inning coming up. I mentioned my name is Michael Earl. If you want to interact with us, let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear from you. Look me up on Facebook. That's an easy way to do it. Just look up Michael Earl. You'll probably see a picture of me and my family. You can do that, or you can look up for sure Mike Earl with Nepal Real Estate. I do work as a realtor down in the Denison area. Before that, I worked in radio for Denison for about 14 years as a broadcaster before signing on with Fuller Digital Solutions. Starting pitcher again for the Rebels of Westwood is Holly Holtz, coming in with a 4-3 record. And she's going to be facing the top of the lineup with Anna Winterode, Abby Bender, and Hallie Heemer. So we throw down, and we're ready to play softball tonight. Baseball game will be going off in the distance, getting started in a bit.
Top of the first for the Falcons, the center fielder, Anna Winterode.
Little cheer, nice crowd here. A little bit of a humid night, cloudy. 80, 85 degrees. I call it a sticky night. Holly Holtz winds and delivers, and that'll be in there for a strike. And an 0-1 count to the leadoff hitter, Anna Winterode. Winterode looks down, gets her sign. Now she'll dig back into the box. Righty on righty matchup. Wind and fire. That's in there high. And the count will even at 1-1. See a lot of golf carts at these games nowadays. Transportation and a seat in one. As Holtz delivers, and that'll be swung on and tapped foul down the the third baseline. So we'll reset at 1 ball, 2 strikes. After Winterode, it's going to be Abby Bender, then Hallie Heemer. Setting up outside, wind, and the changeup is swung on and missed. And the first hitter is a strikeout for Holly Holtz, and that brings up Abby Bender.
Next stepping up to the plate is the shortstop, Abby Bender.
Bender has the sign from the coach. She'll dig in. Right in the middle of the box. Bat right over her head. Wind, fire, and that's going to be laced out towards center field. Going to get caught by the center fielder, so a good put out by the center fielder for the Rebels. Has a 2-out situation for the Falcons. Making the catch on the play was the designated player, or the person the designated player plays for, Ella Horner. So that's going to bring up Hallie Heemer with 2 outs and no one on. Taking high, ball 1. Heemer digging in, looks out. Holtz will deliver home. That's in there. Ooh, just low. It's a good eye. I thought it was right on the corner, but I'm going to say it missed low, and the count goes 2-0. Wind and deliver. That's a strike on the outside corner, and it'll go to 2-1. Heemer will be pitching tonight. I'll have to give herself a little offense here to start things off. And that'll be taken high for a ball, and the count goes to 3-1. If Heemer gets on, Elle Schroeder will come up. Head in the count. Heemer's looking out. Holtz delivers home. High, ball 4. Well, working a walk is Hallie Heemer. And that brings up Elle Schroeder with a runner at first.
Coming up to the plate is the left fielder, Elle Schrader.
So Schroeder coming in, right-hand hitter on right-hand pitcher. Swings, taps one foul right into the dugout for the Rebels. And an 0-1 count. Schrader. That's hit up the middle. It's going to bobble at second base, but they will field it and clean and make the out unassisted. So unassisted put out will end the inning. The Falcons get no hits, but do get a base runner. No runs scored and no errors. We are through a half inning. It is 0-0. You are watching a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
I'm Mark Hansen, third-generation dealer here at Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odebo. We have been family-owned since 1925. Whether you're looking for that new Chevy or GMC or any other vehicle, please give us a call at Rex Chevrolet in Odebo or look us up online at rexchevrolet.com.
Hi, this is Mick at Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odebo. This year we celebrate 100 years of the Chevy truck, and Rex Chevrolet has been selling and servicing these trucks for over 90 of those 100 years. Stop by and see us for your next Chevy or GMC truck.
And we're back here. It'll be the top of the lineup. I might have had the name wrong there. We thought it was Schroeder. It's going to be Schrader the rest of the game. Sorry about that, folks. Elisa Davis is going to lead things off for the Rebels, facing Hallie Heemer. Heemer has been a 2-2 record so far in the year, 41.2 innings pitched. She's been the workhorse. And she will face a pretty solid lineup for the Rebels. Throw down and start things off.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the Rebels is the catcher, Elisa Davis.
So Davis stepping in. Then Skinner and Holtz. If anybody gets on, Samantha Thompson would hit. Working from the wind. Heemer will rock and fire. Just missing outside. Tough pitch. Wants to get that one called a strike. Our sponsors tonight include Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, Rex Chevrolet, Schmidt Insurance, Zimmies, Holstein Senior Living, the Hoffman Agency, taken inside for a ball, Beckman Motors, and North Star Community Credit Union. Scoreboard sponsors, United Bank of Iowa, and the pregame show sponsor is the Gordon's Body Shop. In there for a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch by Heemer as she gets it back to 2-1. Line fire in there on the inside corner. So outside in, and we're evened up 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first, scoreless game. Falcons on the field. That'll be tapped into the fence, foul, and we'll reset at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right at the base on first and third. Straight away up the middle. A lot of gap between second and third and the shortstop. Tries to get her to chase the changeup, and nothing doing. Outfield is pretty much straight away, shading the foul lines a little bit, especially in right field. A lot of gap in that right center area. So that's going to be hit out right to that gap, but fading underneath it and making the play out in right field was Bella Rash, and an out for the first hitter on the Rebel side.
Next up is the second baseman, Shelby Skinner.
Shelby Skinner coming up, second baseman. Nobody on and 1 out. Heemer will deliver in. Just missing high on that one. And the count goes 1-0. Trying to get that just about a hair lower. In there for a strike, swinging. Tough pitch right on the outside corner. Put it right at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That's going to be grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. So a single for Shelby Skinner brings up Holly Holtz with a runner at first.
Next up is the pitcher, Holly Holtz.
Holtz looks down and gets her sign. Now play a little bit further in at first and third with the runner at first. Second and short have to get over to guard against the steal. She's going. Throw down is, they're going to say she left early. So she left early, and that's going to be basically a caught stealing. If you leave early, and the official was right there, you are immediately out. So now 2 outs and no one on. And an 0-1 count. That'll be taken low for a ball. One and 1 is the count now. Missing low. So break for the Falcons. Just outside and low. Wind is blowing tonight out to left field. Kind of across the field from foul post to foul post. Oof. 3 balls, 1 strike as that just misses low. I think it had the corner on the inside, just a hair beneath the knee. And that one's high for a ball. So a walk will bring up Samantha Thompson with a runner at first. So a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher.
The courtesy run for Holly is number 4, Katie Munchrath. Stepping up to the plate is the first baseman, Sam Thompson.
So Samantha Thompson coming up. Sam looks like she's got a little pop in that bat. On the year, Samantha Thompson has a .405 batting average with a .486 slugging percentage. A solid hitter. Hemer brings it home just below the knees. She's trying to get that low strike, either swinging or to get that call, and it hasn't been happening. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Falcons and Rebels tied up, no score. In there for a strike on the inside corner. Good jam pitch right there. She swings, it's just going to get fisted off. Probably foul, but if it's in play, it'll be an easy pop-up. See if she can't throw one right there again. Tried for it and got it. So a 1-2 count. Now you got to defend if you're Samantha Thompson. Are you going to go inside out or try to get it right in that kitchen again? Looks like Dearson setting up outside this time. And they're going to put a little change up on. And it's going to be flowed out to right. And they're going to throw down to third. No play there. So runners at the corners on a single. A little wedge shot out to right. Advancing to third was the courtesy runner. And that brings up Jaden Ferris. Ferris will have a runner in scoring position at third.
Jaden Ferris.
She's the designated player. Still 2 outs, so out at second or first will end the frame. And force at those bases, that is. First and third playing just inside the bag. Short and second playing in. In for a strike. Left-hand hitter. One of those hitters that kind of likes to get a running start at it before she swings. On the 0-1 count, Hemer winds and fires. That's just outside for a ball. Softball, for those just watching for the first time, a lot of strategy involved in getting that left-hand hitter to run because they're already closer to first. A lot of times they're one of the speedier athletes. There's a lot of right-hand hitters that actually learn to train hitting left just to get that advantage. The whole goal is to slap it over towards third or short, knowing that you can beat it out more than half the time. So a 1-2 count with 2 outs. That one's going to be taken high, ball 2. So we got a little deuces wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on, 1 on third and 1 on first. Wind and fire. Oof, just misses. And the count goes to 3-2. The runner did advance to second on a stolen base with catcher indifference. 3-2. And that's going to be foul down the third base line. So you see there, if you're watching, what you're trying to do is just get the ball in play, try to get that hard bounce, really slows it down. Try to beat the throw to first. Ooh. Tough break there for Hemer. I think she thought that was a strike. Going to say it missed it low, and the bases are now loaded for Katie Crawford. Crawford, the shortstop for the Rebels, has the bases loaded with 2 outs. That'll be inside. Oh, it's going to say she got a little piece of the shoe. So a hit by pitch will bring in a run as the courtesy runner from third scores. Over to take her place is Samantha Thompson. Jaden Ferris moves to second, and Katie Crawford checks in at first with a tick of the shoe.
Up, the third baseman, Ariana DeRoyne.
Ariana DeRoyne up next. Bases remain loaded, 1-0 Rebels. High for a ball. Here's had some good control at times and had a little loss of the release point as that's in there for a strike. That's been her most consistent pitch right there, that inside right at the knees. That's taken for a ball just above the numbers. Every umpire has a different strike zone. He's not giving anything up high, so you got to work down low. That's going to be hit out towards center field, running in and making the play. A nice play out in center by Anna Winterroad. Will end the frame, but not before the Rebels get one on 2 hits with 3 runners left on. We are through 1 completed as 1-0 Westwood over OABCIG. You are watching a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
It's about caring for one another, loving one another, being there for family and friends. At Holstein Senior Living, we are here to provide that little extra care while you live life to the fullest. Wake up when you want. Participate in daily activities at your discretion. Eat meals on your time, which includes an all-day breakfast menu. All with the comfort of knowing there are trained professional staff available at any time for the little extra caring things that may require a helping hand. Holstein Senior Living, offering assisted and independent living options with.
All right. Falcons trailing 1-0 after the first inning is completed. It'll be their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Ryder Cranston, Grayson Hofling, and Corin Bauer.
Leading off for the Falcons.
Cranston is a .263 hitter.
The second baseman, Ryder Cranston.
It'll be a righty-on-righty matchup. Trying to get that run back. Holtz delivers home. It's going to be grounded foul. Just out ahead of that one. You hear the baseball game just getting started with the starting lineups. Holtz rocks and fires. Hit out towards left field. That should drop and does. Kicks off a waste, but she'll get it in as Ryder Cranston checks in with a solid single. Brings up Grayson Hofling. Hofling, a 200 hitter.
Next up is the first baseman, Grayson Hofling.
Looks down, has her sign. Don't forget one to hit. Playing her to pull. Center fielder is played over about 10 feet off center. Big gap to right center. Setting up inside. It's going to be taken high for a ball. And a 1-0 count. Cranston stayed put at first base. Grayson trying to find her level. Right at the front of the box. Ready now. Wind and fire. Taken low and inside. They throw back to the runner, and Cranston gets back safely. Hofling looks down. Pitcher working on something out there. Now she's set. That's going to be swung on a miss, but it just got a hair at the end of the bat. Notice the Grayson stands kind of in that middle of the box, and she might want to inch forward about 2-3 inches just to give herself a better chance at covering that outside strike. Now you hear the national anthem for the baseball game. That's not why we're stopping. There's a shoelace that needs tying over at first base as Ryder Cranston is having the coach help her out. Equipment timeout, and we're ready to go. And Grayson's digging in. She's right in the center. If it was just 2 or 3 inches forward, it's real hard to cover that outside corner. That's where they're setting up now, and that's going to be taken for a ball. So good eye by Hofling, and the count in her favor, 3-1. Holtz comes home with it. It's going to be hit out towards left center field. Well hit, going back, and making the catch is the center fielder. So a loud out, but an out nonetheless, and that will keep the runner at first base. A nice play out in center field by Ella.
Next up to the plate,
An eighth grader that made a play, I guess.
Corinne Bauer.
So wind and fire coming home. It's going to be tap foul on the bunt attempt by Corinne Bauer. So Bauer has it. Reset now at 0-1. No balls, one strike. One out, runner at first. Pitch is swung on and tapped it into the mid, it sounded like. So it'll be strike two, swinging. The count is 0-2. Holtz comes home. That's hit out towards right field and will be caught. Second baseman just took one step back. Was able to get the glove on it.
Next
and that will bring up
catcher,
Haley Dearson.
Haley Dearson.
Dearson comes in with a runner at first. Cranston, a single to start things off. She's been stuck at first base ever since. Now 2 outs. In there for a strike. 0-1 count. Dearson chokes up a little bit on the bat, just about an inch down there. As Holtz is going to miss high, and it'll even out at 1-1. Falcons trailing 1-0. We're in the top of inning number 2. Wind and fire, and Dearson's going to wrap one over to short. They're going to go the short way to second, and a 6-4 putout ends it on the fielder's choice. The Falcons get a hit. They leave one. We are through 1.5. It's 1-0 Rebels. They'll bat after this message from our sponsors as a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
A few Facebook reviews from Zimmy's Bar and Grill in Ida Grove. Best prime rib I've ever had. From appetizers and drinks, meal and price, all was great. Pretzel burger was to die for. Highly recommended, and I can't wait to go back to try more menu items. We stopped at Zimmy's in Ida Grove after our game, and they stayed open for us. It was steak night, and they were delicious.
I'm Eric Zimmerman, inviting you to enjoy our family-friendly full-menu restaurant. Try it, love it, and come back for more at Zimmy's Bar and Grill, East Highway 175, Ida Grove.
And we're back here in the bottoming of the second inning. The Falcons are trailing by 1. It is 1-0. They got 1 in the first on 2 hits, a couple of one hit batter and a walk. So Falcons love to get that run back, but they'll have to wait till at least the third inning to do it. Got the first hit they've had in the top half of this inning. And the catcher was the last out, so there's going to be a momentary delay while she's getting all the gear on as Haley Dearson will come out. She'll take a pitch and throw down to second. So we're going to have another game this week that will be on Wednesday. Then we'll have Friday off. And then next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And after that, we'll see about the playoffs, but those will be the last scheduled games we have. I believe out of those 4, there are 3 baseball games and 1 softball game, but I could be wrong. Looked over to Hannah Schmidt, and I got a look that said, you should not ask me that question without having conferred with me beforehand. Hannah Schmidt's doing a great job for us this year, working the camera and the computer, keeping us on the air. As Hallie Heemer looks in, wants to have a little cleaner inning than last time. She'll bring it home, and right there on the inside corner, beautiful pitch. There we go. See, that's why you ask Hannah, because she knows it. 2 baseball and 2 softball left. So we're going to end up getting as many softball games in as we can. You ask, well, why do we have more baseball than softball? Well, I love Battle Creek. I've got relatives of my wife's that live in Battle Creek, but we don't get very good cell phone coverage in Battle Creek. and that is why. So we've had the home games we can do for the OABCIG boys, but the home games for the girls so far, we've thought about connecting a string to a Dixie cup, but that probably won't work. As the pitch is in there, oof, just missing inside and low, and it's a 2-2 count. So a 2-2 count, nobody on. We're facing the leadoff hitter in the second inning. Rebels on top as that's dribbled down the first base line, one step to the bag and in time. So a 3 unassisted putout for Alex, or
next up, the right
for
fielder,
J.C.
Emma Shook.
McCluskey. We'll bring up Emma Shook. Shook plays out in right field. Hamer puts her foot on the pitching plate. She's ready. In there for a strike, inside corner. That's her pitch right there. She can't throw it every time, but that's what she needs to go back to when she doesn't know what's going to come across. Need a belt-high fastball on the inside corner. That one's going to bounce across. And it'll go to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That'll be grounded foul down the third base line. So it'll go to 1-2. Hemer will get it back in the pitching circle. Now she'll wind and fire. That bounces across. So after they get 2 more softball games in, we'll have 4 total softball games. A couple more baseball games. That'll bounce to the backstop, and we're full count, 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. First base open. 1 out here. Bottom of inning number 2. Rebels on top, 1-0. Hemer brings it home, and that'll be laced foul down the third base line. Turned around on that one, just got ahead of it. Hemer works relatively quickly from the pitching bump. Wind and fire. Right to the backstop and hit the metal pole and bounced all the way back to her just about. So we'll reset the count at 3-2. Nice group of fans traveling down. Baseball and softball from OABCIG. So that's hit out towards left field and foul out of play. So a long at bat here to the second hitter for the Rebels. On the season, Shook is a .269 hitter. Brings it home and gets her to chase one up high. Strikeout number 1 of the game for Hemer. And it came at a good spot. Davis flew out to right field in her first at bat. Hemer looks in, winds and fires. Tap foul. On the season, Davis is a .256 hitter. That'll be taken low for a ball. So the count evens out at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. No one on. Hemer's looking to get through a clean inning. In there for a strike. That's her pitch. Belt-high fastball inside corner. If you hit it, it's probably going to be foul. Wind and fire. Hit high in the sky. Second baseman calling off everyone. She comes in, makes the catch. So the Falcons get the catch from Ryder Cranston to end at 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We are through 2 complete. It's 1-0 Rebels. You are watching a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
Beckman Motors in Odebo is your premier dealer for Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram, new and used vehicles. Their dedicated sales staff knowledgeable finance associates, and expertly trained technicians are all here to make your experience fun, easy, and hassle-free. We're proud to be family-owned and part of our local community. When it's time for a new vehicle for your family and a great selection of used vehicles and service, visit Larry Beckman Motors, Odebo.
And we're back to action here as the Rebels are in the field. The Falcons coming to the dish with their 9 1-2 hitters. It'll be Alex Schrader, followed by Anna Winterroad and Abby Bender. Schrader's the only player not to have hit so far, as they'll throw down. Falcons gave up 1 run in the first, and that's the only scoring by any team. We're in the top of inning number 3.
For the Falcons, the DH, Alex Schrader.
Schrader stepping in. Takes ball 1, high and outside. Looks like it is bottom of the first, still no score over in the baseball game. As Schrader's going to foul one down the first base line, and count will go to 1-1. Digging in again on deck is Anna Winterroad. Shading Schrader to pull it. Then they're pitching her inside, so she's probably not. If she does pull it, it'll be probably foul. More likely scenario where they're pitching her, if she hits it, it'll be jammed up the middle a little bit. Now they're setting up outside. It's going to be a ball. Good ball. Good eye on the play. Hit the catcher's mitt. That's where she wanted it. She was hoping to get her to expand the zone there. So it goes to 2-2. Holtz comes home. They're going to be fouled. Big gap to right center. If you could kind of hit it at the baseball scoreboard, you can run for at least 2. And she'll swing and miss on that one. A good sinking ball for the strikeout. We'll bring up Anna Winterroad.
Anna Winterroad.
Winterroad will dig in. She struck out in the first. 300 hitter on the year. Squared to bunt, then pulled it back. They were charging hard at the corners. Might be better off placing the bunt, just try to get it right past the pitcher. The way the field is positioned. It's a tough play, but if you can bunt it to the right of the pitcher, or from the hitter's perspective to the right of the pitcher, from the pitcher's perspective to the glove side, that second baseman has a natural inclination to go over to first base. With first base charging, there's not much you can do if you can get it past the pitcher. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Winterroad looking out. Coming home with it and hit right back up the middle. That'll be a single as Winterroad will round and check back in at first base. So a solid wrap. We'll bring up Abby Bender.
Abby Bender.
Bender had a nice hit out to center, but a good fielding play made out there. So Bender digs in. Runner at first, 1 out. They are going to throw down, and it's safe as Winterroad. Throw was in time, but up the line towards first base. They're going to look down for Bender. Ball 1. No strikes, 1 out. First base now open. Runners at scoring position at second. That's going to be dribbled foul. So Count will even out 1-1. Just got on top of that one, did Bender. Bender on the season, a .444 hitter. After Bender will be Hallie Heemer. Taking some warm-up cuts right in front of the Falcon dugout up the first base line. She's going to tap that one foul to the backstop, and the count will go to 1-2. Bender covering that outside part of the plate. She'll step back in. As Holtz comes home with it. It's going to be hit out towards left field, and it's going to get past the left fielder. That should score a run as Winterode rounds third, coming home. She'll make it safely there. And checking in at second base will be Bender. That's a hard play for the left fielder to make. The official scorer right in front of me says that's a hit or an error. I think we'll find out in a second.
Next up is the pitcher, Hallie Heemer.
We'll give her a double. So a double for Bender ties the score at 1. In there for a strike to Hallie Heemer. Any hit to the outfield likely scores a run here. They're really playing her to pull as the center fielder is shifted over. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Heemer walked in the first inning and was stranded at first. She's got a huge gap out to right center. As Holtz comes home. And she'll swing and miss strike 3. They throw down to first, and the throw down will advance the runner to third. So strike 3 will get the runner to third, and Schrader is coming up. She grounded out to the second baseman who stepped on the bag.
L. Schrader.
And also playing her to pull out in center. A little less. Pitches inside and low for a ball. So the Falcons got 1 run back. We're tied 1-1, 2 outs, runners at third as the Falcons continue the threat here, top of the third inning. Holtz delivers high and outside, and a 2-0 count. If Schrader gets on, Ryder Cranston would come up. Ryder had a solid base wrap in the last inning, but was stranded at first. That'll be hit out towards left field. Well hit, fading back under it. It's going to get overhead, so the run scores. Checking in to second base, and stopping there is Schrader. Second double of the inning, scores the second run. So an RBI for Bender and an RBI for Schrader. And that brings up Ryder Cranston with a runner at second and 2 outs. Falcons now leading 2-1. Falcons 2-5 on the year. Rebels 6-6. Wide and fired in. That's going to be swung on a miss. Tried to hit one that was a little too low. You needed about a driver or maybe a 3-wood there. Big gap again, right center. Center fielder's playing over to pull. That's taken for a ball outside. So 1-1 count. Baseball game still tied 0-0. Falcons on top in the softball game 2-1. Line fire, and that's going to be hit foul just in front of the bag at third. There's Cranston trying to get that runner in. Schrader's going to be going on contact. So any hit should score the run unless it's an infield hit. That'll be taken for a ball. They're going to try to throw down and in safely, as stealing was L. Schrader. So she's got a stolen base, an RBI, and a double. She wants to add a run to it. She slid in and put enough dirt on the bag that umpire felt the need to brush that one off. Two to 1 the score. Both runs for the Falcons coming this inning. With the one for the Westwood Rebels came in the first. That'll be hit out towards right field, fading, and foul. That one went against the wind to get foul. Just had a tail and kept on going. Looked like my drive going down the fairway and then ending up out of play. Check it again, 2-2. That one bounces across, hits the umpire, dances off third, and then comes back. If it hadn't hit the umpire, that would have scored a run. So the count now is 3-2 for Cranston. Cranston on the season a .263 hitter, adding to it with a single tonight. Blind and fire for Holtz, and that'll be hit out towards left field, center field, deep, and going back. Making the play is the 8th grader again. She's been real good out in the center field. So a fly out to center ends it, but not before the Falcons get 2 on 2 hits with 1 runner left on. We are through 2.5. The Falcons have a 2-1 lead. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
As you cruise through downtown Odeboat, Iowa, you'll find Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, offering hard-working insurance for hard-working people. Have you visited SwansonWithYou.com? Their website is all new. Put in a quote request, check out real estate listings, and read about the staff here to serve you. Truck it up with Swanson Insurance. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Located downtown Odeboat.
And we're back again. Falcons are on top, 2-1. We're in the bottom of inning number 3 after Hallie Heemer got a clean 1-2-3 inning. She's going to face the meat of the order here, 2, 3, and 4 hitters, as Shelby Skinner is going to come up. Skinner on the season is a .541 hitter. So a dangerous bat here. And the first she singled and was caught stealing, as that's just low for a ball. Hallie wants that pitch, just not happening. 1-0 count, nobody on, nobody out. That's hit high in the sky over towards third base, making the play. Oh, it bounces out of the mitt. So a tough break there for the third baseman, as Corin Bauer loses that one. And count is 1-1. Heemer rocks and fires, and that's going to be fisted out towards right, but the second baseman playing in the right spot makes the play. Ryder Cranston with the catch, and the first out recorded
now up to the plate, the pitcher,
is done
Holly
in inning
Holtz.
number 3 on a pop-out. Holly Holt steps up. Pitcher walked and scored the only run of the game for the Rebels. That'll skip behind her there, as Hallie Heemer had that one miss the zone. Holtz is a .321 hitter. Pitcher on pitcher matchup. In there for a strike right at the numbers on the outside corner. So 1-1. Falcons are on top in the baseball game, 1-0. Hit out towards left field, foul into the fence. And the count moves to 1-2. Holtz will eye her coach, now dig into the box. Heemer works to the pitching circle. She's ready on the pitching plate. Wind and fire. Oh, wanted to swing at that one. The changeup fooled her for a second, but not enough to get her to swing the bat. As the lead is advanced for the Falcons in the baseball game, they now are on top 2-0 in the second inning. And Heemer will just miss low for a ball. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no 1 out. So 3-2-1. Nobody on. As that's swung on and tap foul. I think that ended up hitting her wrist or her hand, but she's okay. Everybody's okay. If it got bad, it was all handle. 2-1 score. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Hit high in the sky behind the plate. Cranston working it over and making the catch. Or Dearson, that is. Dearson works back. Beautiful play by the catcher as she makes a diving grab. The catcher gets the out.
Now up the first baseman
on a headfirst dive.
Thompson.
Brings up Samantha Thompson. Thompson on the season is a .405 hitter. She'll foul one back and out of play. So Hemer working well here through the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Already 2 and 3 are down. Working on 4. Love to go back-to-back clean innings. That's perfect pitch. Getting Thompson to swing right through it. Pulled the string a bit. Now she's going to come back on that inside corner, maybe a little low, and get her to swing over it. We'll see. Playing pretty much straight away, even at the bags on the corners. And that one's going to be low. Missed the release point there. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Falcons took the lead in the top half, 2-1. That's going to miss ball 2. So back-to-back bouncers. Just needs to find that spot again. Hemer flex, wind, deliver, hit high in the sky. Catcher has a play and will make it. So back-to-back pop-outs to the catcher and the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We are through 3 complete, and the Falcons have a 2-1 lead. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
Account of your own can be a challenging task. That's why I went to North Star Community Credit Union. They help make my finances easier to handle by offering me the services and products I need at a price that will fit my budget. They've got it all: savings, checking, ATM or debit card, loans, direct deposit, free online and mobile banking, e-statements, bill pay, and much more to suit my busy lifestyle. See for yourself why so many people like me have made North Star Community Credit Union their one-stop financial institution.
Visit their offices in Cherokee, Ida Grove, or Sheldon to start an account today. Federally insured by NCUA, you've got a strong credit union behind you.
And we're back here at the Westwood Sloan softball facilities. We mentioned we can see the scoreboard for the baseball game. It is 2-0. Falcons are on top here in the second inning. As we get to the 4th inning, the OABCIG Falcon softball team has a 2-1 lead, and it'll be Grayson Hofling, Corin Bauer, and Haley Dearson. Dearson made a couple of great plays from the catcher position to record back-to-back foul pop-outs and end that frame cleanly for pitcher Hallie Hemer, as that's taken outside for a ball. Good eye by Hofling. She hit a nice fly out towards the center fielder, who made a good play back in inning number 2. Setting up inside, and it'll miss over the plate, but Hofling couldn't come around quick enough on there and just drives it into the plate. Count will even out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Holtz looking in. Hofling will lace that one up the middle, and that's going to get past the center fielder. So Hofling will have at least 2 here as she digs for second and checks in there. So a solid double. Now, if the center fielder was playing her straight away, she'd have had that for a single, but because they're shifting that play to pull, it gets to the fence, and Hofling has a double. So Corinne Bauer is coming up. After that will be Haley Dearson. Got a pinch runner coming in for Hofling.
Pinch running for Grayson is number 17, Kenai Nielsen.
That'll be Nielsen who's going to be at second base. So Nielsen at second as the pinch runner. Bauer up to bat. Bauer popped out to the second baseman back in the second inning. She's going to hit one out towards center field, and the center fielder makes another great play. So an 8th grader in center field playing good defense for Westwood. Keeps the runner at second, and that'll bring up Haley Dearson, who
now up the catcher,
was
Haley Dearson.
out on a fielder's choice on a 6-4 putout. Dearson digs in. As Holtz comes home with it. It's going to be taken high and outside for a ball. I'm trying a little bit of a tighter zone, but it's been a very consistent zone for both teams. Wind, and that'll be dribbled over to the third baseman, up with it and over to first in time, and that'll get the runner to third with 2 outs. So hopefully, Nielsen, the pinch runner, is at third base. A 5-3 put up will bring up Alex Schrader. Schrader struck out last inning in leadoff spot. She's going to hit one out towards second base, and it's knocked down, up with it in time to first base. So a 4-3 put out will end it. Leadoff double, but stuck at third. And the Falcons get 1 hit, but leave 1. We are through 3.5. It is 2-1. Falcons on top. Big thank you to our sponsors, North Star Community Credit Union, Beckman Motors, the Hoffman Agency, Holstein Senior Living, Zimmy's, Schmidt Insurance, Rex Chevrolet, and Swanson Insurance and Real Estate. Our scoreboard sponsor, United Bank of Iowa, and the pregame show sponsor, Gordon's Body Shop. We'll be back after these messages. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
As an independent agent, I work for you, helping you find the right coverage with the best companies at extremely competitive rates. I'm Jared with Schmidt Insurance in downtown Dollar Creek. I offer a complete lineup of insurance products, including home, auto, farm, commercial, as well as life and retirement. For a no-obligation quote, call me at 365-2535. That's 365-2535.
And we're back here in Westwood as the Westwood Sloan squad trails your Falcons 2-1. My name is Mike Earl. I'll be broadcasting a lot of the games for the Falcons throughout the year, both boys and girls sports. Work at Nepal Real Estate in Denison. I just want to say thanks to Fuller Digital Solutions for giving me a chance to broadcast these games. Joined by Hannah Schmidt. Would love to get some feedback from you on these games as the left-hand hitter comes up. It is Jaden Ferris. She walked in the first, was stranded at second. So how can we get some feedback from you? Well, you can look me up on Facebook. Just look up Michael Earl or look up Mike Earl with Nepal Real Estate. Either one of those is fine. You can friend me and then message me, or you can just message me, one of the two. You could also comment on your YouTube video. Want to know as that's dribbled back to the pitcher over to first in time on the 1-3 putout. Well fielded by Hallie Heemer. Are you enjoying this? This is the first year we've done this. Haven't done video for OABCIG. It's been mostly radio broadcasts with the occasional streaming service provided by a crew that came through. This is a solely OABCIG production. A couple other channels for different teams as well through Fuller Digital Solutions. I'll be to subscribe to this one. So comment to us. You can also use my cell phone. You can give me a call, 269-4789. That's 712-269-4789. Tell us how we're doing, or if you're looking to buy or sell a home, let me know. That'd be great too, because I do work throughout the OABCIG listening and viewing area. 2-0 is the count. 2-1 is the score. Falcons on top as that's taken high for a ball, and the count goes to 3-0. And don't feel like you got to glower us with praise or anything like that. Just tell us how we're doing. If it's good, are you enjoying it? Or would you like to see something done a little differently? Or maybe that announcer, I think his name was Mike Earl. Yeah, you don't like him? Or maybe Hannah Schmidt just isn't doing a good job with the video. No, she's doing a great job. But that Mike Earl, he probably has to go. Either way, we got some great sports for you throughout the year, and we're happy to do it. That's going to be taken for a ball outside, and a base runner for the first time in 2 innings
the third baseman,
as Katie Crawford works the walk. and checks in at first. That'll be Ariana DeRoyne up. She flew out to the center fielder in inning number 1 to end that frame. Westwood got their run in the first. As they dance off first, Dearson will fake the throw back. Go to 0-1 and the called strike. And that's where we sat until the third inning when the Falcons got 2 runs on a couple of doubles. And that's where we're at right now. Going down, Dearson throws to second. The runner is safe. As good speed from Katie Crawford has her in safely. So Ariana DeRoyne is up now with the runner in scoring position and a 1-1 count with 1 out. First base open. Wind and fire, and in there for a strike. So a 1-2 count. I say something like this every game, but after so many months just sitting in your home and not doing much, it's great to see these kids out here having fun, cheering each other on and really having fun. As that's going to be fouled back and just off the fence. If Dearson was about 7 inches taller, she might have made a play. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. You have so much time off and not going and finishing school the normal way, and being able to come out here and just play a little baseball and softball, I think means a lot to these athletes. So 2-1 remains the score. Falcons on top, runner in scoring position as Westwood threatens. Wind, fire, hit, foul over towards third base, and it'll get down 2, so we'll remain at 1-2. Check in for the baseball game. 3 runs for the Falcons, all of them in the top of the second inning. I can't see which squad is hitting. It looks like the Falcons are still threatening over there with a runner maybe at third. Wind and fire. That's going to be hit out towards left field and foul out of play. So if you're wondering why we don't give you updates on the softball game when we're doing the OABCIG home games, it's because they're playing in a different city. That might be more difficult. 2-1 score. Runner at second for Westwood. Hemer comes home. That's going to be hit out towards third, and a nice play made there by Kornbauer. A little snow cone right there. Look up, and oh my, I did catch it.
Now up the left fielder, J.C. McCluskey.
Good play made, and J.C. McCluskey is coming up. She was put out by the first baseman unassisted in the bottom of the second inning to lead things off. That'll be tipped into the mid of Dearson and an 0-1 count. So Bauer's good play at third has now 2 outs with a runner at second. So the play to first to force out will end the inning. Oh, 2 count. Hemer looking in, now sets up, setting up outside is Dearson. It's going to be tapped right into the backstop, and the count goes 0-2. So Hemer, after struggling in inning number 1, has really found her groove and is just pounding the zone. Comes home again, just missed outside. So a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Delivering home, Hemer tries to get her to swing at that high fastball, and the count will go full, or to 2-2. We can go a little deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Falcons with a 2-1 lead. And a swing and a miss will end the frame. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on, no errors. We are through 4 complete, and the Falcons lead 2-1. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove wants to wish the OABCIG Falcons good luck. They know that whether it's athletics or academics, the OABCIG students work hard. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove offers old-fashioned customer service combined with today's technology to provide the high-quality, professional, personal, and commercial services that you deserve. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove, a proud supporter of the OABCIG schools.
Hannah Schmidt with a tough night last night, trying to catch up on her sleep here in the top of inning number 5. As we are ready, the catcher throws down. A couple of yawns over there, but the coverage is still excellent. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3 for the Falcons here on top of inning number 5, as Anna Winterode, Abby Bender, and Hallie Heemer are scheduled to the dish. Winterode has singled and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. Wind and fire, and that'll be taken low for a ball. (2-1) remains the score. Falcons on top. Top of inning number 5. Holtz working from the hill. Even though there's no hill, we'll call it the pitching ring. That'll be taking ball 2. Winterode has speed. They play her real short on the corners, about 4 or 5 steps in at third. A missing high and a 3-0 count. You don't want to walk her because that's just basically walking a runner to second base. Sun starting to set right into my eyes, so we'll put on the sunglasses we haven't needed till now. That's in there on the outside corner for a strike. Cloudy night, cool night, humid night. That's going to be taken high for a ball, and a leadoff walk has a runner at first.
Now stepping up to the plate is the shortstop.
I'll bring up Abby Bender. Bender had a RBI double in the 3rd inning, and then she came around to score the run that has the Falcons ahead right now. Holtz delivers home. She scores the bunt, and then backs off on the bunt. Winterode in at second safely. A good slide, as the throw was well executed, but just the wheels of Winterode have her in there. And she brought the dump truck of dirt onto second base. Don't need more than a brush there. You almost need her shovel. So Bender looks out. Ahead in the count 1-0, and she will foul that one back into the fence. And the count will even up at 1-1. Nobody out here running her in scoring position is Winterode, who has speed. So any hit to the outfield likely will score a run. As that's going to be hit up the middle, fielded by the pitcher. Winterode to third. The 1-3 put out is made, and they will check back to the pitcher. She'll run the runner back, and Winterode checks in at third base. So 1-3 put out advances the runner.
Now up the pitcher,
Now Hallie Heemer coming up. Heemer has walked in the 1st, was stranded there, and then struck out in the 3rd. Runner at third could score on any hit to the outfield that is caught or otherwise. Squared to bunt, drops it down. They look at the runner, and they'll give up the base. So the bunt by Heemer is a fielder, and they throw away, and that's going to score the run. So Winterode is going to score. They did the play where the runner at first just takes off for second. So a single, and then a RBI. Have the Falcons up 3-1. Winterode scoring. Schrader is up, and that'll come across low and inside for a ball.
Fielder, L. Schrader.
So it's the announcer's best friend, because you look down to write in the book, and then you hear everybody yelling, and you look up and a run scoring. But what happened is the hitter who bunted was safe at first, took off for second. They threw there, and on the throw, the runner from third took off for home. The throw got away from the fielder there, and now everyone's safe. The run scores, and you have a runner at second. Grounder over to third. over to first is in time to get her back in the glove. She did. Dropped it for a second, but picked it right back up. So a 5-3 fielder's choice has a runner at third with 2 outs now. And Ryder Cranston coming up.
Next up,
Cranston has singled and
Ryder
flown out deep to
Cranston.
center. A base hit here scores a run. Taken low for a ball. A pass ball scores a run. Falcon baseball game, they're still up 3-0. Falcons here are up 3-1 in softball. Looking in, wind end, delivers. That's going to be hit out towards short. Fielder there up with it, in time to first. And a 6-3 putout ends the threat, but the Falcons get one on one hit with one runner left on one error, I believe. And we are through 4.5. The Falcons with a 3-1 lead. This game brought to you by Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, Rex Chevrolet, Schmidt Insurance, Zimmies, Holstein Senior Living, the Hoffman Agency, Beckman Motors, and North Star Community Credit Union, along with United Bank of Iowa and Gordon's Body Shop. You are watching a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
I'm Mark Hansen, third-generation dealer here at Rex Chevrolet GMC in Oybo. We have been family-owned since 1925. Whether you're looking for that new Chevy or GMC or any other vehicle, please give us a call at Rex Chevrolet in Oybo or look us up online at rexchevrolet.com.
Hi, this is Mick at Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odebo. This year we celebrate 100 years of the Chevy truck, and Rex Chevrolet has been selling and servicing these trucks for over 90 of those 100 years. Stop by and see us for your next Chevy or GMC truck.
Bottom of inning number 5. Falcons have added to the lead. They got one run in the top of this inning. And they're going to look to get out of the bottom again cleanly. After one run on 7 hitters in the first, the pitcher, Hallie Hemer, has settled down and faced one over the minimum the rest of the way. 3 up, 3 down in the second, 3 up, 3 down in the third, and a walk, but the other 3 hitters were outs, so just facing 4 in the fourth. She wants to keep that streak going against the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. That's going to be hit out towards the shortstop, and a bad hop up with it, and not in time. That was kind of like a free throw or something. It had so much backspin on it when it hit the ground, it just bounced straight up. Not hit very hard, and anyway, just not enough time to catch her at first. So a single, infield single variety, has Elisa Davis up with a runner at first. A 256 hitter. Coming home with it, and that's going to be taken high. So Hemer with the lead, but now an early threat here in the top or bottom of the 5th inning. A runner at first, and 1, 2, 3 coming up. Taken outside for a ball and a 2-0 count. Hemer brings it home, inside corner for the strike. That's been her pitch all night, and she hits it again. That inside right at or below the belt fastball, right on the corner, has been her bailout pitch. Setting up there again. And that'll be in there for strike 2. So a 2-2 count on back-to-back inside heaters. Runner remains at first, and Hemer would love to get a strike here or put in play and make the play. Up with it quickly, needs to hurry at first, and in time, yes it is. They'll run the runner back to second. So a 6-3 putout gets the speedy runner on the fielder's choice. Advancing to second is Shook. So Shelby Skinner comes up. She's a 541 hitter. She singled and was caught stealing and then popped out. Well, actually, she singled and then they said she left the bag early and was out on a steal attempt. And then she popped out to the second baseman. That's going to be laced out towards left. Oh, no! A great play by the shortstop for the Falcons as Abby Bender puts the glove up and comes down with a softball. So a line out to the shortstop. I thought that was going to score a run, but a great defensive effort. Has 2 outs and a runner at second. And Hemer thinking, you know what, my girls are behind me. In there on the corner, She's just been pounding that spot. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Runner at second. Falcons on top 3-1. Hit out towards third. Fielded there. Up clean. Over to first. In time. And the 5-3 put ends it. No runs on one hit with one runner left on and no errors. We are through 5 complete. And the Falcons have a 3-1 lead. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
It's about caring for one another, loving one another, being there for family and friends. At Holstein Senior Living, we are here to provide that little extra care while you live life to the fullest. Wake up when you want. Participate in daily activities at your discretion. Eat meals on your time, which includes an all-day breakfast menu. All with the comfort of knowing there are trained professional staff available at any time for the little extra caring things that may require a helping hand. Holstein Senior Living, offering assisted and independent living options with.
Back to baseball, softball action. The Falcons are on top 3-1. Over in the baseball game, the Falcons are on top 3-1. That game in the second inning right now. Trying to see which team is in the field. I can't tell right now. We're throwing down, and we're back to action here in the top of inning number 6. Leading first scorer tonight was the Rebels. They had a 1-0 lead going into the third. Falcons got 2 runs in that third inning to take a 2-1 lead. They added 1 in the 5th to make it 3-1, and that's where we sit right now. Holly Holtz on the bump for the Rebels still. She gave up all 3 runs. All 3 are earned. Looking in, wind and fire. In there for a strike on the inside corner. So she's going to work that inside spot too. The umpire has been very consistent, done a great job behind the plate. Not giving you much outside, not giving you much up top, but the zone he has been called all night. And you just, as a pitcher, have to adapt. That's going to be hit out towards left field. Well hit, going deep, 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 and just foul. Just foul. The wind affected that one. I thought that was going to stay fair, but as it went over the foul pole, it was maybe 2-3 feet foul and ended up about 6 feet foul when it landed. So a well-hit ball by Grayson Hofling. Well out of the park, just a bit foul. And the count is 0-2. That'll ground across outside. Yeah. As a pitcher, you have one hit like that, and you say, well, I'm not going back over the plate right now. Maybe she'll chase something that I throw across the plate at her knees or lower. Good eye there by Hofling. Keeps that from happening. That'll be taken outside as well. And the count evens out 2-2. Well, it's the bottom of the second because I see that the Rebels have added a run. And it is now 3-2 in the baseball game. Here it's 3-1. Falcons on top. They're hitting in the top of the 6th. In there, strike 3. That's that inside fastball right on the corner. It's been called all night. And that time it takes down Grayson Hofling. So Corinne Bauer is coming up. Corinne has popped out to the second baseman and flew out to the center fielder. On the season, a .222 hitter. She'll ground one to third, up with it, and over to first in time. So a 5-3 put out will bring up Haley Dearson. Dearson has grounded into a fielder's choice 6-4 and grounded out on a 5-3 put out.
Next up, the catcher, Haley Dearson.
So nobody on, 2 outs. We're in the top of inning number 6. Falcons with a 3-1 lead. Taken outside and high for a ball. Falcons have played a very clean game in the field. They've been good at bats as well. Setting up outside. That one's going to bounce across, and the count will go to 2-0. If Dearson gets on, that would bring up Alex Schrader, and then back to the top of the order. Rubs it on her hip and comes home, does Holtz, and that one bounces across, ball 3. So a couple of outs and now a 3-0 count. Dearson would like to get on. No, she'll look down again, take another practice swing or two. She'll step back in. Holtz comes home, and that'll bounce across. So Dearson will go to first on the walk. She'll probably get a courtesy runner in. Well, maybe not. She could be one of the faster players. Yep, so Schrader will step up. They're going to keep Dearson out there. Keep the speed on the base paths. The pitch will come home, and it'll be fouled out of play. The count is 0-1. Schrader is struck out and grounded out to the second baseman. That one is fouled into the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2. So the runner at first is Haley Dearson. 2 outs with an 0-2 count. Holtz delivers outside. They're going to throw to second, or throw over to first, and diving back is Dearson. Surprised Dearson hasn't taken off. Try to get that stolen base in. Get her into scoring position. Holtz comes home, and that's going to be taken high, so it'll even out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-run lead, 3-1. We're in the top of inning number 6, a runner at first. Schrader looks out. Holtz delivers home. It's going to be grounded foul down the first base line. Let's just do it again. Oh, make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel you're watching as the pitch comes in, and that'll be hit out towards center field. It should bounce in there and does. So Alex Schrader has a base hit, and I believe that's her first hit of the year. And that'll bring up Anna Winterrode. Winterrode has singled and scored a run and walked and scored a run. And she comes up with a runner at first and second and 2 outs. If you're watching that YouTube channel and seeing our game tonight, subscribe to the channel you're on, and you'll get updates about upcoming events for OABCIG and all FDS Productions. That's outside for a ball. Trying to get her to chase outside and high, and nothing doing there from Winterrode. Wiggles the bat, upright stance, taken inside and low for a ball. So the first 2 hitters were outs, although Hofling did hit one that towered over the fence, but just foul down the left field line. And an equipment timeout as the first base coach is getting a clinic over there on shoe tying. Working on that with my son Andrew. It's an interesting technique. 6 years old and going to be starting first grade next year. Want to wear those big boy shoes. The count is 3-0. And Winterrode is going to take on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1. So Winterrode ahead in the count, 3-1, has a runner at second. Enough speed there that should score a run on a base hit to the outfield. She's going to hit one out towards second, and it is caught. A line drive fielded by the second baseman on a great play as Shelby Skinner makes the catch and ends the threat. The Falcons get no runs on 1 hit with 2 runners left on. We are through 5.5. Back with the bottom of the 6th. You are watching a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
A few Facebook reviews from Zimmy's Bar and Grill in Ida Grove. Best prime rib I've ever had. From appetizers and drinks, meal and price, all was great. Pretzel burger was to die for. Highly recommended, and I can't wait to go back to try more menu items. We stopped at Zimmy's in Ida Grove after our game, and they stayed open for us. It was steak night, and they were delicious.
I'm Eric Zimmerman, inviting you to enjoy our family-friendly full menu restaurant. Try it, love it, and come back for more at Zimmy's Bar and Grill, East Highway 175, Ida Grove.
And we're back here in Sloan as Westwood trails your OABCIG Falcons 3-1. Falcons got 2 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. The Westwood Sloan Rebels got 1 in the first inning, and they haven't scored since, and really haven't threatened that much since either. Just 2 over the minimum since the first inning. We're going to get one more pitch in here, and then we'll bring it on down to second and start inning the bottom of the 6th inning. Hemer faced 7 batters in the 1st inning, and after that went 3 batters, 3 batters, 4 batters, 4 batters, so after 7 in the 1st. Been doing a great job on the hill for Hallie Hemer. She faces Sam Thompson, a 400 hitter. Singled and was stranded at 3rd in the 1st inning. It's going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. Been calling that pitch all night. Oh, 1 count, and that's going to be hit out towards right field, running down the line, and it's going to foul in play. That was just the perfect wedge shot onto the island green right there. Single, about 6 to 8 inches just off the right field line for foul balls. And the first baseman will take a seat.
Number 4, Katie Munchrath, up to the plate.
Katie Munchrath is coming into a pinch run. Jaden Ferris will step up. She has walked and was stranded at 2nd in the 1st inning, and then grounded out to the pitcher in the 4th inning. So Ferris is up to bat. She's a left-hand hitter. She wants to slap it over towards short and 3rd and try to use her legs to beat it out to 1st. She starts right at the back of the box, and then she'll run up and try to hit it over that direction. We're going to square to bunt, try to get that runner over to 2nd base. Charging down the line at 3rd is Corin Bauer. Hemer brings it in. It's going to be a good bunt. It didn't go anyplace, and she'll just take a bite out of that one. Nothing you were going to do there. That's a great bunt. It went right into the ground and just stuck there. Hemer thought it was going to come closer to her, so she started to charge and then pulled back. Crawford up next. She's been hit by a pitch and walked. Was stranded at 1st in the 1st inning and at 2nd in the 4th inning. So the first 2 base runners are on. As the bunt is down, Hemer fields it up to 1st, and it's going to bounce off the bag. The run is going to come in. They got to play at 2nd. If they see it, they don't. And there'll be runners at 2nd and 3rd. On the E1, it was a bad throw. So the runner is at 2nd and 3rd as the run scores. And we have a 3-2 game with runners at 2nd and 3rd. So the Falcons were in control here by 2 runs, and now nobody out, and runners are at 2nd and 3rd, and they're up by just 1. In there for a strike. That inside strike has been called all night. It's just right at the knees or above, and an 0-1 count. In there for strike 2. The count goes to 0-2. So Ariana DeRoyne is up. She is flown out to the center fielder and lined out to the 3rd baseman. She's going to fly one out the left field line, foul out of play. And the count remains 0-2. First base is open, but you don't want to put anybody there. Hemer would love to miss a bat right here. Just get that strikeout. She hasn't hit a lot this game, just 2 so far. If she could get another one here, it would be a big one. Get 1 out with runners at 2nd and 3rd, and then work on hitter number 8. That'll swing and miss. She got it. So the lead is still intact with an out, and we need 2 more. We're going to play straight away at 2nd and short, at the base at 3rd and 1st. Hemer works on number 8 hitter as McCluskey has to go to the backstop. In the air, they're going to throw to the plate, and not in time. So the run comes across, and over to 3rd base is Katie Crawford. And we're tied 3-3. It was a ball. One ball, no strikes, one out. First and second are empty. Runner is at third. Falcons are tied now 3-3 as they deliver home high and outside. Came into the inning with a 3-1 lead, 2 across already for Sloan. He rewinds and fires, and that's taken low. So the count is 3-0 to the number 8 hitter, J.C. McCluskey. She has grounded out to the first baseman unassisted and struck out. In there for a strike, outside corner at the knees. Bottle that pitch and throw it again. 3-3 count, or 3-3 game. Bunt. They're going to pick it up and just take a bite out of it. So the bunt single. Catcher indifference. They don't want to throw it down to first because the run would come home. I'll bring up Emma Shook. Shook has struck out and singled and was stranded at second in the 5th inning. Dearson set up behind the plate. Runner at first. Possible takeoff to second here. She does. Pitch will get past the catcher. Up with it, and they'll throw, and safe at home is Katie Crawford. As the pitch gets away, advancing to second on the play is McCluskey. And now Sloan has a 4-3 lead. So the Falcons have given up 3 runs here and have lost their lead. Now Westwood is on top 4-3. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at second. Eamer rinds and fires in there. Strike 1. Falcons in their baseball game are on top 3-2 in the top of inning number 3. Eamer comes home. Taken for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1. McCluskey is dancing a long way off second base, but hasn't made the threat to steal yet. Coming home with it, and hit foul and out of play. So the count will check in at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. (4-3) is the score. Westwood Sloan on top as that's hit to third, fielded there. As Corin Bauer gets another put out. And that brings up Elisa Davis. Davis, a .256 hitter, has popped out to the right fielder, popped out to the second baseman, and grounded out to the shortstop. That's taken inside and low for a ball. 1-0 count. So the Falcons were ahead, and now they're behind. So they're going to need to pick up at least 1 run in the top of the inning, and that's if they get out of this clean. Fielded to short, up with it, and in time to first. And the putout is made on a 6-3 clean play. The Falcons are trailing by 1, 4-3, as 3 runs come across on 3 hits with 1 runner left on. We're through 6 complete. It's 4-3. The Falcons trail by 1. You are watching a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
Beckman Motors in Odebo is your premier dealer for Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram, new and used vehicles. Their dedicated sales staff, knowledgeable finance associates, and expertly trained technicians are all here to make your experience fun, easy, and hassle-free. We're proud to be family-owned and part of our local community. When it's time for a new vehicle for your family and a great selection of used vehicles and service, visit Larry Beckman Motors, Odebo.
Well, you were hoping you were going to add on to the lead here, but after a rally by the Westwood Rebels has them on top 4-3, you now need to get some runs across if you want to keep playing softball tonight. 4-3 is the score. Falcons trailing by 1. They're going to have their part of the lineup coming up, 2, 3, and 4, as Abby Bender, Hallie Heemer, and Elle Schrader are going to come to the dish. If anybody gets on, Ryder Cranston will come up. Falcons are looking to get back on the winning ways. They won their first 2 games before losing 5 straight. Westwood Sloan is even on the year at 6-6. So Bender will come in. She's got a RBI double in the 3rd inning. Then came around to score that frame as well. Popped out to the center fielder and grounded out to the pitcher. Going to take outside for a ball. Outside and high. Falcons looking to do a little damage here. Need to do so to keep playing. We're in the 7th inning. Taken for a ball, and the count is in her favor, 2-0. This is a production of Fuller Digital Solutions. My name is Michael Earl. I'm joined by Hannah Schmidt, who's been doing a great job on the video. Wind and fire, and that's in there low for a ball, so a 3-0 count. Three balls, no strikes, no outs. In there for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. So Bender looking to get on, set the plate for everybody else. That'll be outside for a ball, so a leadoff walk starts the threat for the Falcons. That'll bring up Hallie Heemer. Heemer has
the pitcher, Hallie Heemer,
singled on a bunt attempt, I believe. Got an RBI. Ended up stranded at 3rd in the 5th inning. Runner at first is Bender. Going to take it outside for a ball as Bender dives back into the base. Nice throw by the catcher over to first to get her back in there. Heemer's up on the season, a .286 hitter. Squares the bunt, and that one's foul. So moves to 1-1 on the count. 3-2 lead for the Falcons in the baseball game. They are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We are top of the 7th. Falcons are trailing 4-3. Both games taking place in Sloan, site of the Westwood Community School District. As they squared a bunt, and they're going to say she offered and makes it a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, or no outs. So now with 2 strikes, you'll see if they take that bunt off for Heemer. Wind and fire, and that's going to be a foul. Hit her while she was in the box. Hallie Heemer fighting away with 2 strikes here. Pitcher tonight gave up 1 in the 1st. And then took a 3-1 lead into the 6th inning, but 3 runs came across, and now she trails as that's taken outside for a ball. As Heemer holds up there. Looked like every muscle in her body wanted to swing, and she somehow got them all to stop. 2-2 count. Heemer looking out. Holtz looking in. She'll fire in, and it's going to be hit hard, but foul down the left field line and into the fence. She put bat to ball there, but just got out ahead of it. So a loud foul ball. Holtz will come back home with it. Still nobody out here, just a runner at first base. Falcons looking to rally back. Setting up outside. Pitch is taken for a ball. And a 3-2 count. That's been a ball all night. Has come home, and that'll be fouled out of play into the stands. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball here. Is this at bat taken a while? This is one of those frustrating at bats, but it can work to the pitcher's advantage if she can get the strikeout. That's going to be laced out towards short, fielded there, bobbled. The runner is safe at second, safe at first. So that'll be a E6. Both runners are safe. And now the number 4 hitter, L. Schrader, up. Schrader had an RBI double in the third and was stranded at third base. She grounded out to the second baseman unassisted on a fielder's choice in the first and grounded out to the third baseman on a 5-3 putout. That's going to be tapped out towards short. They throw to second to try to double off the runner, but do not get it. So a line out to the shortstop. A nice play made there on a shoestring catch, and that brings up Ryder Cranston. Cranston has singled, flown out to center field, and grounded out to the shortstop. Needs to put the ball in play here. A base hit would tie this game most likely. And that's going to be taken low for a ball. Base hit to the outfield, I should say. With a runner at second that has some speed. Big gap in right center. If you put one there, you might get 2 across. Wind, and that's going to be hit out towards right center field, but not very deep. Coming in, it's over the head, and we're going to get a runner at second and third. So technically that was in the outfield, but not far enough to score the run, as the wedge shot just gets over the second baseman and down. So a single has runners at all bases. We got runners at first, second, and third for Grayson Hofling. And a little conversation on the where we're going to throw the ball. His coach is saying, everybody go home. Get the out at home if you can. If not, get your sure out. So if you have the chance to get the runner at home, do it. If not, make sure you get at least 1 out on anything in the infield.
Now stepping up to the plate is the first baseman, Grayson Hofling.
Hofling does not have the best wheels. So if you do get the out at home, you might be able to double her off at first base. Bases loaded, 4-3. OABCIG trailing by 1. We're in the top of the 7th. The threat is on. They're playing her to pull. She's going to drill one, and that's a base hit. That's going to score at least 1. The outfielder bobbles it. They're going to come home with it. Coming in to score the second run, and the Falcons have the lead 4-3, but the out is recorded at third. So 2 runs across on an RBI single by Grayson Hofling. Out at third is Ryder Cranston. And checking in at second base on the throw is Grayson Hofling. So a single and 2 RBI have the Falcons back on top 5-4. So Hofling is going to come out. This will be her second time coming out, so she won't be able to come back in. And with that, they're not going to take her out. So the coach was going to pinch run for her, but they said if you do, she can't come back in at first base. So they're going to leave her out there with a 1-run lead. Up to bat is Corinne Bauer. So the Falcons answer back. After giving up 3 in the bottom of the 6th, they get 2 back in the top of the 7th. So we're going to play the bottom of the 7th. Falcons with a chance to walk away with a win. That's going to be outside for a ball, and the count evens out at a ball and a strike. In the baseball game, the Falcons have taken a bigger lead here. They're up 7-2 in the top of inning number 4. Line fire, that's going to be hit out towards second base, fielded there by the shortstop, up with it in time to first. And a 6-3 putout ends the threat, but not before the Falcons get 2 on a base hit, 2 base hits with 1 runner left on. It is 5-4 OABCIG. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
As you cruise through downtown Odeboat, Iowa, you'll find Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, offering hard-working insurance for hard-working people. Have you visited SwansonWithYou.com? Their website is all new. Put in a quote request, check out real estate listings, and read about the staff here to serve you. Truck it up with Swanson Insurance. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Located downtown Odeboat.
Back here in Sloan, side of the Westwood Rebels, as the Westwood Rebels had a lead going into the top of the 7th. but unable to hold on to it as the Falcons load the bases, and Grayson Hofling delivers a 2-run single, and that is where they sit right now, 5-4 now the lead for the Falcons again. The scoring started out from Sloan getting 1 in the first. The Falcons answered back with 2 in the third and 1 in the fifth to take a 3-1 lead. But 3 runs in the bottom of the sixth gave the Sloan Rebels a chance to get the victory, but 2 runs scored in the 7th inning, and now the Falcons have a 1-run edge. It'll be the 8, 9, and I should say the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Rebels. So going to have to get through the teeth of this lineup here. A 541 hitter in Shelby Skinner. She has singled tonight, popped out, and lined out. She hasn't liked that inside pitch that has been a consistently called strike all night. It's right on the corner about belt high, and they're going to start her right off with it. So now ahead in the count, 0-1. Skinner looks out. Heemer wants to deliver and does. Right there for a strike. That pitch all night long is a strike, and it's frustrating the hitters, and it's just a pitcher's blessing right there. If they're going to call it, take it. That one bounces across. She tries to get her to chase there and just missed the release point. So Heemer ahead in the count, 1-2. Wind, and that's going to be grilled out towards short and into the outfield. So a leadoff single starts a threat here for the Westwood Rebels.
Now up the pitcher.
They'll bring up Holly Holtz. Holtz has walked and scored a run in the first, popped out to the catcher, and grounded out to the third baseman. Likely bunt situation right here, or just a dead steal. A lot of speed at first base. Coming home, it's going to be a bunt, fielded by the pitcher, but not cleanly. And she'll take a bite out of it. Just pick up that apple and bite it. If it isn't just perfectly clean, there's no sense making an error. So now Samantha Thompson comes up with runners at first and second and nobody out. Thompson has singled in the first inning and was stranded at third base. She singled again and scored a run in the sixth inning. That's going to be in there for a strike. On 0-1 count. Playing her even at the bags at first and third, straight away at second and short. It's going to be fisted out towards the second baseman, fielded there. And a nice play by Ryder Cranston has the first out on an infield pop-out. That's exactly what you needed if you're Heemer. The runners stay put, and the out comes on the board. Now Jaden Ferris comes up, that left-handed slap hitter. You got to watch this here, playing in on third base. You know it's coming your way. The shortstop playing a step or two in as well. She will square around. The bunt is down, fielded by the pitcher. They try to go to third. It is not in time. It's a good play. You didn't have the runner at first. So a single has the bases loaded now with one out. So now there's a force at home. They're going to go out and talk about it. The same conversation that the Sloan squad had in the last inning. Get the out at home. If you don't have the out at home, then get the out on the base. But you have to get the out. You can give up one, and we're tied. We'll go to extra innings. You want to get that out at home, though. Crawford with a lot of wheels. You're probably not going to be able to double her back off first base. So you just get the sure out at home if you can. If not, get a sure out. If you have any base to step on. 5-4 our score. Falcons by 1. Bases loaded for Sloan. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Heemer delivers home. Just low for a ball. Right over the center of the plate, just below the knees. Heemer again winds and fires. That's going to be taken inside for a ball. So now you're in a bad position here. Hitters ahead in the count, 2-0. Ariana DeRoyne is on deck. Got to get a strike here. Hemer brings it across, right there for a strike. That's her pitch all night. On the inside corner, that one at the knees. 2-1 count. But the best case scenario here is a line drive to a base where you just catch it and step on it and end the game. That's going to be hit foul and dribble to the backstop, and it's a 2-2 count. So at 2-2, you're actually ahead of the game. You can give a ball, but a strike is an out. It also takes the bunt out of the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Wind, fire, swung on, bunt into the backstop. Good effort there by Dearson, just no play to be made. You've got to respect catchers in baseball and softball. It's a long game. You're in the 7th inning. You've been squatting and standing and squatting and standing all game, and here you are, still trying, putting out a good effort. 2-2, Hemer on the pitching plate from the circle. She'll rock and fire. Swung on and missed. Her biggest strikeout of the night comes on a swinging strike 3 to Katie Crawford, and now she's 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Ariana DeRoyan is up. She's flown out to center, lined out to the third baseman, and struck out. Started off with that inside fastball. Right on the corner. That's where they're set up. It swung on, hit out towards left field, well hit, down the line, into foul territory, and drops in. Foul, that is. 0-1 count. So foul ball to start, and it's an 0-1 count. 2 outs. Bases loaded for Westwood. Bottom of the 7th. Falcons up by 1. Force at any base. Taken low for a ball, and we're even up 1-1. Hemer's gone the distance so far. She gave up 1 in the 1st and 3 in the 6th. Trying to work out of this jam with a 5-4 lead. Gets her sign. Now she'll come home. Hit up the middle. Line drive, and it is caught. It is caught in center field. Coming in and making the play, Anna Winterode, and the Falcons get the 5-4 win. What a play by Winterode as she came in on a scorcher up the middle and ends it 5-4, and the Falcons will get their 3rd win of the season after losing 5 straight. Well, a tense one here. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast. We'll be back with a couple of highlights and a little run-through of the game as well. You are watching OABCIG Softball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
Account of your own can be a challenging task. That's why I went to North Star Community Credit Union. They help make my finances easier to handle by offering me the services and products I need at a price that will fit my budget. They've got it all: savings, checking, ATM or debit card, loans, direct deposit, free online and mobile banking, e-statements, bill pay, and much more to suit my busy lifestyle. See for yourself why so many people like me have made North Star Community Credit Union their one-stop financial institution.
Visit their offices in Cherokee, Ida Grove, or Sheldon to start an account today. Federally insured by NCUA, you've got a strong credit union behind you.
Live for today, plan for tomorrow with Schmidt Insurance.
As an independent agent, I work for you, helping you find the right coverage with the best companies at extremely competitive rates. I'm Jared with Schmidt Insurance in downtown Dollar Creek. I offer a complete lineup of insurance products including home, auto, farm, commercial, as well as life and retirement. For a no obligation quote, call me at 365-2535. That's 365-2535.
Well, the Falcons get the victory in the softball game tonight. Final score 5-4. Leading run was scored by Westwood as they got 1 in the bottom of the 1st inning. Falcons answered back with 2 in the 3rd inning. They came off 2 doubles, one by Abby Bender, the other by Elle Schrader. Both of those were RBI doubles, and they took a 2-1 lead all the way to the 5th inning when they plated one more on a walk that came around to score on an RBI single by Hallie Hemer. And that's where we sat going into the 6th inning when Westwood answered back with 3 of their own to take a 4-3 lead. but the Falcons got 2 runs in the 7th to take a 5-4 lead into the final frame. Westwood loaded the bases with 1 out, but the Falcons got a strikeout from their starter, Hallie Heemer, and a line out to center fielder Anna Winterroad to end it. And that's where we got the 5-4 victory for the Falcons. They moved the record to 3-5 on the year. For the Falcons, hitting-wise, a single and 2 runs for Winterroad, 2 runs scored, and a double for Abby Bender. She also had an RBI. A single and an RBI for Hallie Heemer. A double and an RBI for Elle Schrader. 2 singles for Ryder Cranston. A double, a single, and 2 RBI for Grayson Hofling. And a single for Alex Schrader. Going all 7 innings was Hallie Heemer. She gets the victory, moving to 3-2 on the year. A big thank you to Hannah Schmidt, and thank you for joining us tonight on our YouTube channel. And we want to remind you one more time that you should subscribe to that channel. You can get updates on OABCIG sports that we will be broadcasting throughout the year and other FDS productions. Our next game will be on Wednesday. Thank you again for Fuller Digital Solutions. I'm Michael Earl. We'll be back again Wednesday.